Ok. C'est parti? Non, pas encore. Yes. Hello. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Hi everyone.
On a le track. On
Stage fright. It's an international congress and we will speak about the stage fright.
Du trac. La peur de se montrer, la peur d'être jugé, la
to be afraid
de parler devant
to show ourselves, to speak in front of the others with all our vulnerability. We are going to present ourselves.
Oui.
Carole Colineau.
Carole Colineau.
She's soprano of the Parisian Opera and coach wingwave. And Irma Barry-Schmidt is actress and coach wingwave as well as wingwave trainer. We are very happy to be here to share this moment with you, and it's first May, and in French we say do what pleases you and to liberate yourself. Afterwards we will speak, we will respond to your questions, but first of all we will speak about the stage fright. And it's thanks to wingwave that I am still going on stage and being in the acting world. Yet 10 years ago I was very afraid about it, to go on stage, and I was coached in wingwave in order to be able to continue performing. And me too, I know what it is. It was a very long way to get there, and the wingwave helped me a lot with this sensation of stage fright, feeling that we are at the end of our life. And what happens if I will not be not doing the right thing, having not the right words. And I had the blackouts. There was a total bug, and I didn't have any access anymore to all the informations. My brain was going crazy. When we sing alone, it's we can manage, but if we are in a group and we sing with others, it's very difficult. So we speak about the stage fright and wingwave. When sometimes somebody arrives with a presentation that he has to help tomorrow, or we are afraid to go on stage tomorrow because we are afraid that something can happen to us. And with the wingwave technique we can be in the present moment, and in this moment clear up everything and our emotions in the present moment. Tomorrow I have a presentation. I will test, and if it opens the test myostatic, and if there is an emotion, so there is anxiety. Where is it in your body? In the whole body. And it opens. And when it opens, it means that it stresses the body. And then we'll start with the wingwave technique to clean up.
Avec ça, chaque émotion est rangée. Parce qu'après, j'ai dit la peur, ça tient.
And then we also ask, is it your anxiety?
Quand ça ouvre, ça veut pas dire
Or,
oui ou non. Je vous rappelle.
And when it opens, it means it stresses.
Là, c'est la peur. Je peux tester,
is it jealousy? Jealousy, it doesn't open, so it's not what is stressing.
Ça ouvre. Je vais pas faire toute une séance, mais là, c'est juste.
With the hands, we're always connected to the other person, and it's the person who is guiding me. And we are always in the here and now.
Évidemment, si on a le trac en général, ça veut dire, moi, je suis quelqu'un, je suis toujours stressée parce que j'ai vécu des.
I'm always stressed because I don't want to say trauma, but moments were stressed, so I can go into these different situations I had of stress in order to clean them up. And the test myostatic allows us to go into this situation and to disconnect our brain from those experiences. And we also anchor what we need. So the rapid eye movement, and as soon as we speak about resources, we use slow movement. So this is the test myostatic test, which was scientifically proven. And for cleaning up, we have the movement with the eyes, or also the tapping, and it's always to rebalance the two hemispheres of the brain, as the eagle who is in total balance.
D'ailleurs, il n'y a pas les émotions. Le bon trac, c'est bien aussi. Parce que si on a le trac, ça veut dire on respecte, on a la peur qui fait qu'on est bien préparé, qu'on essaye de bien.
To have a little bit of stage fright, it's good because this means that we prepare ourselves. But it can come to a point where it is paralyzing us. That's the moment where it's difficult. We don't have any voice anymore. We are sweating. We are trembling. The whole body is responding. So we need a good amount of stage fright. The reason why I appreciate the wing wave a lot, you know your text, the colleagues like you, you're well prepared. But if it's not in your system, even though in the reason or in the logic, it's I know I don't need to be nervous, but if it's not in the system, I can even call my mom or going for a walk, but it will not go into my system. And I still have this anxiety. And with wingwave, there is something that is going into my whole system and calms me down. Even though I'm always nervous. The stage fright comes with the talent, because you go forward and you know what can go wrong. It's not only going on stage, the stage fright, but it's as soon as you need to present yourself. That can also be when you meet a date or the loved one the first time. I'm maybe not beautiful enough or good enough. I don't know what to say. So as soon as you expose yourself, where you are afraid of being judged, and it's normal. And it's normal to have emotions, and there are no negative emotions, but they can be blocking.
ça nous bloque. Si on se montre plus. Par exemple, il y a
there will be persons that are very good in chatting and communicating in distance, but as soon as they need to meet the person to show ourselves, they will be very afraid. So either they're not showing up, showing themselves, and it can be so be blocking that they for example, before of the going to stage, they were fracturing, having a fraction of their leg, and so they will not be able to go on stage.
Et ça a été un petit peu mal pris par le public.
They can also be.
Un peu rigolé. Enfin, il y a eu vraiment un moment qui a été.
There was also one singer, actress. No, singer that was very was a celebrity, and she had a moment of very difficult where she was having a blackout and people were feeling it, and 20 years she was not going on stage anymore after this experience. There will always be some trauma, little trauma, but we can clean this up and do it. For example, a concert in New York, and it opens up. There is anxiety. It's your anxiety, it opens. So I know it's the anxiety of my client, and I can start. It doesn't mean that it's forgotten or ignored, but it's anchored in our system, cleaned up. It's like a souvenir, but it's not it's not blocking our system. And we can have symptoms in all the body. There can be emotional stress, but there can also be a somatic, physical stress. So that could be the fatigue, that bunky pain, or having the impression not being able to breathe anymore, or insomnia.
D'abord, on est sur des émotions, mais ça peut d'être toujours pressé, comme si on avait une mission, ou comme si c'était
depends a lot on the client we have, on the context, on the cultural, on the religious, on the family context, actually.
C'est très bien d'intégrer ça aussi, parce qu'on peut aussi travailler.
We can work on mindsets and thoughts.
Ça part un peu du trac, mais c'est juste une petite porte que j'ouvre parce que c'est tellement classique.
And our beliefs.
Moi, j'avais la croyance, quand je fais ce qui me plaît, donc d'être actrice, donc arrêter les grandes études.
So I stopped my big studies, and I had this belief when I will follow my dream to be an actress, I will not be able to nourish myself. I will not have enough money. So this was this belief that was blocking me, and this belief was coming from my family, the context of my family. So detecting this belief helped me to tidy up, to store it, in order to liberate myself. And sometimes the emotion or the belief can come from somebody else. So it's not always, maybe it can be disturbing us because of somebody else. It can be the jealousy of somebody or the anxiety of our mother. So it's not always ours. If in the past I was judged or something happened, having a blackout in front of 2,000 people, so it was
c'était inexplicable.
it was very
Donc,
difficult.
très dur, hein, parce que je peux pas dire que je me suis mal préparée. J'avais joué cette pièce 150 fois. Et je montais les échelles, grande lumière, demi-personne.
I didn't want to.
On perd ses moyens.
I didn't want to go on stage anymore because I had this blackout in front of 2,000 people.
Parce que c'est notre terrain. Pour dire que
when we work with a wingwave coach, we do not need to relive the whole experience. We can go through all the stages, but we don't need to. So we can go back to 25 years ago, say the name of the title of the theater, and just go for the emotions. And there are moments we do not even remember like this. That could be even a sentence when we were very small or something we didn't think about it, but thanks to wingwave it can come up again. It reappears thanks to wingwave, and we can find exactly the moment. These moments are in our system, and they come up at the moment where we are facing the stress.
Parce que j'ai déjà vécu ça, parce que j'ai déjà connu. Et donc c'est aussi une bonne façon de dire attention, fuyons.
Oui.
Ça c'est.
Et aussi.
But it's also to protect ourselves, and it's not all. It's not. It doesn't need to be a very big trauma.
Donc je sais que ça m'a entre guillemets traumatisé, donc je peux le ranger. Mais c'est ça grâce au test myostatique.
Thanks to the test myostatic test, we can enter the system that can be a very little moment, one sentence. Can be even a noise that we have associated.
Un bruit qu'il y a eu à un moment donné et qui est lié à cette peur d'être confronté avec
that can reappear, so it exposes us to the unknown.
Parce qu'en fait, le trac, c'est vraiment quand on est exposé de n'importe quelle façon.
So the stage fright is when we are exposed of the unknown. This could be difficult. It can even be a director or manager, and we are called to come to his office, and so we spoke about storing or tidying up our emotions, but we also I also enjoy a lot the question of resources, because we can also have our resources. Sometimes I had more afraid in a little theater than going on stage out of 2,000 people, because people are more close in a little theater. We hear everything, we see everything. We are even more exposed in our intimacy. There is no distance. What helped me a lot, what helped you, Carole, and Pierre also, are the resources, as confidence. With the age, it was calming down a little bit, but we are a lot in comparison. I'm international actress, but I have an accent when I speak French and English, and then there are other actresses, they are totally bilingual. So I was always comparing myself, so that I went away of this scene. I was judging myself so much when I had some auditions for a French movie or theater, and I really stepped back. And at this moment in my life, I didn't have wingwave, so I was obliging myself to go, taking some Bach flowers
Mais je veux dire, on cherche vraiment. Et
But
le
wingwave
après, il y a aussi du boulot. C'est bien de travailler sur son accent.
Helped me a lot.
Bien préparer.
We also need to work on the preparation. I need to work on my accent, but it helped me a lot to go for it.
D'être exposé, c'est toujours de ne pas être à la hauteur.
We're also afraid of
de se décevoir, de décevoir
like,
les autres, de se décevoir, c'est tout ça. Moi, ce que j'aime
not being not completing the expectations of others.
Que la ressource, on la montre entre 0 et 10. On part, on est à 2, on est à 3 sur la confiance, par exemple.
We'll do a little example on the resource.
Si vous voulez bien. Alors, la ressource. Si je dis
you are afraid of the first date with romantic date. But we don't think about it because she's opera singer, so we were thinking, no, why should you be afraid? But I always have it. We're always sensitive. So there is this first date, romantic date. What do you need as a resource for this first? The confidence. So it opens. No, it's not confidence. Courage, it opens.
Là, ça ouvre, ça veut dire ça stresse. Là, on est dans les ressources. Juste, moi, je dirais la légèreté.
Happiness.
Non, la joie. Yes.
Lightness, it but it's.
Il en a beaucoup parlé, Vincent. J'aime
the happiness.
La joie,
so when we have the happiness inside of us, everything is possible and it's contagious.
Ouais, la joie est contagieuse aussi. La joie contagieuse.
We are connected to our needs and we accept.
Et donc, tu as la joie. Et maintenant, parce que tu as parlé de l'échec, j'aime beaucoup, on regarde où.
So where is the happiness today, the joy? From 1, 2, 3. So the happiness is at the stage of 2. Because when it opened at 3.
Normalement, le wingwave est plus confidentiel.
So the aim is so that it goes higher, so she moves up in confidence. In joy, sorry.
Donc, je fais un peu vite, hein. Dans la séance, on prend du temps. Juste pour dire, on demande à la personne de connecter avec la joie.
We ask the person to connect to this sensation of joy, if there is some event or moment where she was living this joy. So when I am in trekking around the mountains, walking around.
Avant que la personne, parce qu'on aime bien parler, moi et Carole, il y a des clientes qui aiment
so we like to speak, Carole and me, but we should not speak too much. We test immediately, and then she can, if she wants to, she can speak the person, but we need to test before. So we can also always only ask, do you think about something? And if the person says yes, or do you think about somebody? Yes. We are not obliged to speak about the whole thing. We can just test. There are young people, there are couples that do not like so much to speak or to go deeply into the subject, but they just want to clean up or to work on the resource without going into the event or the situation. Sometimes there is no situation or no person. And what is great with Wingwave, we can just make a suggestion and ask, oh, okay, maybe it's this or that, and we can test. So we have the test to test whether we are on the right field or not.
Courage. Ah non, je me souviens même pas d'avoir été courageuse dans ma vie. Même pas pour moi, j'ai dit n'importe quelle ressource. Et donc on peut penser à quelqu'un.
So I can also connect it to somebody else. I took Madonna. for having the confidence. So we can anchor a very slow movement in order to anchor it in our system. So if I want to tidy up, it's quickly, and when I want to anchor, it's very slow. So the tapping is also a way to tidy up. And if I want to have, if I want to anchor a resource, I can do the tapping very, very slowly. We retest the resources we anchored. We are 3, 4, 5. So it opens at 6, so means that we are at 5. So the little thing we did allowed us to go from 2 to 5. And we quite quickly get to 10 by working on it. So sometimes we can have a whole session only on the resources, or we can, at the end of a session where we are tidying up emotions and stress, we can finish with a resource in order to leave the person with something positive. We can also do some relaxation at the end. But also can also have a gesture to the resource, to the sensation or resource, the joy, the confidence. So we have this gesture in our body. We can associate.
Le geste dans le corps, à travers le corps, et on l'ancre en même temps.
And we also have the music, a wingwave, especially also for the stage fright. We can always work on it ourselves, even outside of the wingwave session with the music. For example, before every presentation or date or every moment where we have this sensation of being nervous, we can use the music for ourselves. So the music is done in order to stimulate both hemispheres, so we can tidy up the stress in order to prepare ourselves. For example, if we need to learn a text or a presentation, we can put the music on in order to calm down the stress. And we also have the magic talk, where we can associate some specific words, and we can associate them to the, so actual. So I have a lot of anxiety before taking the PCR test for Corona because I need to work a lot, travel a lot, work. So I had to test myself every day, every week. It was not the stage fright, but it was a sensation of anxiety, discomfort, and the music helps a lot. Why do I say that? Because I was so nervous or afraid that I was even at the point where I was thinking of not traveling or not going to this audition. I found in my system a reason why not to go, in order not to have to test myself. So it helps. So yeah. So we have still 17 minutes. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate.
Une appréhension. Alors.
somebody wants to ask a questions or intervene or share something with us.
Ou qui a envie de partager quelque chose.
So Pierre is going to share.
Oui, vas-y Pierre. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Une des premières séances de coaching que j'ai c'était justement avec une actrice. Et, pratiquement,
was my first coaching client was an actress, and she was speaking always. She was afraid going on stage. And the first session was 40 minutes. She was speaking about the anxiety, and I was only testing. After the 40 minutes, I was testing anxiety that it was holding, so it didn't open up. Then I tested shame, and it opened up.
C'est génial. Hein.
It's a very nice example.
C'est génial. C'est un très bel exemple.
C'est voilà, on peut aller en arrière, bien sûr, parce que mais ce que je voudrais maintenant, merci Pierre. Aussi dans ici, maintenant peut-être le
so having this stage fright independently of the stage. So when we have a meeting with a romantic for a romantic meeting, we have this anxiety, or in the real situation, the apprehension also.
Et comment on peut, oui, en situation réelle, et aussi le prof. Moi, je parle avec beaucoup de profs et dans de grandes écoles, donc ils connaissent bien leur métier, ils ont fait des grandes études. Et pourtant,
I always speak to high professors or teachers,
qui vont pas ou qui acceptent
and
pas.
They
ça veut dire ils
prefer staying in the research or in the journalism in order not to expose themselves in front of their
élèves. Et pourtant, une grande expertise.
Oui, ça n'a rien à voir avec la maîtrise du sujet, mais pas de la même manière
in front of their students. They prefer to just be in their room.
Toujours cette appréhension de se dire, c'est d'affronter vraiment.
It's this anxiety to face the judgment of the other person.
Se montrer, il paraît, je me montre qui je suis. C'est la peur la plus grande.
So the other's view, and the neuroscience show that our anxiety of the other's view, of another person's view, seems to be bigger than the fear of dying, or the fear of death.
Soit on le dit tout de suite, et souvent on le dit pas par la peur d'être jugé. Et après on est tellement tétanisé qu'on ne peut même plus sortir des phrases. Et là, rien de faire ça. Ou doucement sur le genou, je ne peux pas vous montrer.
On peut faire ça aussi tout seul. Hein.
No, we cannot do it ourselves with the eyes. Bad example.
Mauvais exemple.
It's good that she says that, because we don't need. We cannot do it ourselves with the eyes.
Non, mais vous pouvez faire ça tout seul, moi, tout le monde. Non, en fait, quand tu
It's
fais ça
perfect.
Déjà.
There's this famous tunnel. I can do.
Moi, on peut faire ça. On peut
when I have a.
Je vais me faire ça tout seul. Dès qu'il y a un blocage,
and we will.
Ça devient important,
as soon as there will be a difficult blocking stage, we will not go through it. So that's why we need the coach in order to go through and so move forward. If we do ourselves after 3 or 4 waves, we are already not concentrated anymore. But we can re-equilibrate if we tap.
Non, c'est bien, c'est tout. Non, on a besoin. Et,
But I also like a lot.
Ah oui, ce que j'aime beaucoup aussi, je me permets de le dire, dans le wingwave, et pourquoi
And
la
the wingwave,
que c'est la
it's the person that is
là.
here.
Là, j'ai dit c'est toi parce que je suis voilà, c'est
It's
moi
the
qui
person that leads or
Et
guides the
ça veut
session.
dire, Jacques, si moi je suis ton coach, tu es la cliente.
Of
Jacques,
course, I have
évidemment, j'ai des idées, parce que
my
je
own
suis humaine,
ideas,
parce que j'ai mes expériences.
but
Dès qu'on est sur la chaise,
it's
et
me
voilà, maintenant je connecte avec toi.
who is welcoming whatever is coming
On
up.
regarde toutes les deux où il faut ranger, et je suis
I'm
je
I'm
suis
at your service.
Ça me protège beaucoup, parce que la personne, voilà la question, est-ce que je peux le faire avec ma copine Carole? Je peux
Can
le
I
faire
do it
avec
with
mon
my
frère,
partner,
je peux le
with
faire avec
my
mon mari? Oui, parce que je teste.
with my brother, with
Ensemble,
whoever?
sans stress. On va boire un café, on va en parler.
Yes, we can, because we have the test.
Où la personne va, parce qu'il y a aussi où il y a la limite. On
We
peut
can
toucher quelque chose un peu
touch
délicat. Moi, je vais dans le passé,
something
je sais
very
pas,
delicate
ce qui
in the
est-
past,
Moi, j'ai vécu des choses peut-être pour un
because
coach,
it
ça
can
peut
go
être
even
trop, parce que
into
ça touche un peu
therapy.
la thérapie, des
But
choses un
I
peu
reassure
délicates.
you, with the
Mais je
myostatic
vous rassure,
test,
comme on est avec le test myostatique, c'est pour ça il est tellement important. On va pas
we can
juste
test.
ranger, on fait
So
ce qu'on
we
veut.
test
Non,
a
on
word.
teste
On est
et on
toujours
met des
encadré.
mots. Je veux pas tester quelque chose que j'exprime pas. C'est très important. C'est la personne qui dit.
The
La
person
personne
goes with me
va avec
there
moi
where
là où
she
elle peut
wants
aller
to
avec
go.
moi.
And if there
S'il
is
y a un terrain,
if there
tu
is
peux pas
a
l'accueillir, elle y
field
va pas.
where
Le système
you as a
l'autorise
coach you
pas, voilà.
cannot
Ça veut dire que si le système
welcome,
autorise de toucher
the person
des
will not
moments
go.
dans le passé délicat, je l'accueille. Parce qu'il n'y a pas de jugement. Et c'est ça aussi qui est bien avec le wingwave.
I won't be
Je veux
there.
pas
Oh,
être là, ah oui, c'est grave,
oh, this
parce
is very
que-
bad. Or
Ah ouais, t'as
we're
vécu ça.
here
Allez, on y va.
and
Ah, il y a
discover.
la tristesse. Et il y a la colère.
We are going to
Oh là
tidy it
là
up.
là. Ça nous appartient plus. On
It's
va
an
le ranger.
experience.
C'est une
It's a
expérience.
creation.
C'est la création. Ça nous met à écrire des
It
livres.
allows us to
Ça
move
nous
forward.
fait avancer. Ça nous... Non, mais je vais dire, la vie, c'est comme ça. Regardez le film. On veut vivre. Et la vie...
I want to say it, especially now at the end. There is sadness, there is anger, there is panic, but we need to welcome it.
Moi, j'accueille tout ça. Parce que, et pas que pour monter sur scène.
I want
Parce
them
que
to
je-
lead
ma
an
vie, j'ai envie
authentic
qu'elle soit
life,
authentique.
and I
Et
want
je la
also
mets
it
aux
for the
autres d'être
others.
authentique.
The problem
Ce qui
is,
va pas,
as
c'est
soon
là
as
où
it
on vient,
blocks
quand
us,
ça nous bloque.
it's
Parce
not
qu'il y a pas une émotion
bad.
mauvaise. C'est pas
There is no
mieux
bad
d'être
emotion.
joyeux.
It's our
Parce que
life.
c'est la
We
vie.
are
Et on
here.
est incarné. Et on vit tout ça. On peut, c'est comme je mange pas toute la journée que des carottes. Je bois aussi un café.
I can eat the whole day carrots, but I can also drink a coffee because she is
Je
vegan.
mange très bien. Je suis très...
Everything
je
is
suis pas d'accord. Mais je veux
a
dire,
question
tout
of
est une
balance,
question
and
de-
everything is
Tout
very
est
personal.
très personnel. Il y a des gens qui viennent vers moi.
I
et qui disent,
cannot
tu peux
do.
me faire
People
une
come and want to
coach
have a
parce que
planning.
moi, je sais
I
pas si
cannot
c'est
have
bien
it.
pour toi. Je sais
I
pas si
cannot
c'est
do it
mieux
for
d'avoir une
yourself,
maison
for the other
avec,
person.
3 enfants,
It's only
une
the
voiture
the
et
person
voilà.
who knows what is
Je sais
good
pas
for
ce qui est
her.
bien pour toi. Moi, pourquoi on est ici?
We are here to
Ranger
tidy up
pour
the
que,
On
tout
soit
ce
le
qui
mieux
t'empêche,
possible.
blockage,
tout
but
blocage,
we
et après,
the
tu
person
fais ta
is
vie.
doing
Et on accompagne ça.
herself,
Et ça, c'est
her
un
life.
coaching qui fait
It's a
pas de
coaching
plan,
where there is
pas de
no
plan. Je sais
plan.
pas ce qui est bien
C'est
pour
place à la
Pierre,
vie en
pour
fait. Ce
Larissa,
qui est là, c'est
pour-
tout ce qui est vivant.
Voilà.
Et d'abord, on est vivant. Et heureusement.
And
Et
we
on
are
peut
alive,
faire
and
après.
we can do
C'est
a
la
plan
personne.
afterwards, but it's
Parce
the
que
person
il y a
who
des
is doing
régimes.
it
Ok,
after
j'arrête
the
le chocolat. Moi,
coaching.
j'adore
It's
le
not
chocolat.
in the coaching
J'arrête
where
le
we're doing
chocolat.
any
Mais
plans.
si les émotions, et d'ailleurs,
So, for example, if we want to go on diet,
tu sais, si la personne
so
n'a
if,
pas rangé,
for example,
parce
with
qu'on travaille
chocolate,
les
if the
émotions
person
que je collais
did
sur le
not
chocolat,
tidy up the emotions, she
ça va être un
connects
stress.
to
D'un
the
coup,
chocolate. She will not.
arrêter le chocolat,
She
ça
will
va
not
être
go
un
for
Chocolat, il craque.
to tidy up.
J'avais beaucoup
I
de
had a
ça
lot
quand
of
on
stage
parlait de
fright
Je mangeais un gâteau de
Ah oui.
chocolat hier
yesterday to speak
Ça
to you
marche.
today.
Mais bon, il y
So
a
I was
des choses qui
eating a
marchent, mais en court terme.
chocolate cake yesterday
Moi, j'avais
evening.
pas tellement le trac parce que en fait, je
And
sais-
I know
je-
we are
je sais
here
qu'on est là tous ensemble pour la même chose.
all
il y a de la
together,
bienveillance
and
dans
there
le
is no
wingwave,
judgment. We are
pas de
here
jugement, on est là pour
to
accueillir
welcome the
les
emotions.
émotions,
They only have
toujours
always have a
avec des
message.
messages. Et,
Yes.
et ouais. Les messages des
The
émotions, c'est la
messages
vie.
are the life.
donc,
And when we
quand
speak
on
about
parle
stage
de
fright,
trac,
the
vrai
real
sujet,
topic is
c'est
to show ourselves, to expose ourselves,
d'aller là où on
and
a envie d'y
to
aller,
do
de faire le métier qu'on a envie de faire,
to do the job we
parler à la
want, the
personne
profession
qu'on a
we
envie de
want to
parler,
do,
aimer la
to speak to
personne
the
qu'on a
person we
envie
would
de
like to, or
ou
not,
pas.
and to be
Et d'être
there
là
where
où
we
on
are
est
without
vraiment sans
protection.
en fait, hein, parce que ça va chercher ça. Oui. Sans masque, même si on est sur scène,
We are
on peut avoir
on
un
the
rôle
stage, we
mais
can
on est
be
quand même
totally
complètement
exposed.
exposé et à la merci de tout ce qui peut se passer.
And we always
Bien
imagine
souvent, on s'imagine toujours des
difficult things. It's
pour les avoir
our
vécues
that
ou pas,
our
d'ailleurs, hein,
beliefs,
parce
but
qu'on s'imagine,
probably
hein, souvent,
won't
c'est des
happen or
pensées.
not a lot.
Et
And
Donc,
wingwave
le
is
wingwave est
great for
vraiment-
that.
il est super génial.
I love the
Ah, tu-
wingwave.
Non, mais moi j'adore le wingwave.
When we
Parce que
finish
c'est
the
extraordinaire.
session
Et quand on finit la séance
and the test
et que le test peut-être
is
on
closed,
reste vraiment bien fermé,
on the
bien serré
first
sur
question
Je suis confiante.
la
of the
phrase de départ,
like
parce qu'on
departure
revient toujours
question,
à la
and
phrase
it
de départ,
Ouais, qui tient à la fin.
qui était d'ailleurs là.
I am
Disons, je suis joyeuse.
joyful,
Mais normalement,
for
ça,
example.
c'est une ressource, mais on peut aussi rentrer avec
parce
une
qu'on était
phrase,
sur la ressource.
I am
par rapport au trac,
confident.
ça pourrait être,
Ouais,
I am a good actress.
je suis
I am
bonne
who I
actrice,
am.
Voilà.
I am a
je
good
suis-
mother. I'm a
des phrases comme
good
ça.
Je suis
singer.
une bonne chanteuse, je suis une bonne
bonne
I am
maman.
free.
Je suis que je suis
And if it
libre.
holds at the
Maintenant,
end,
Je suis libre. Si ça tient à la fin, on teste ça. Et ça, j'adore. Je
I
suis libre.
I can be free and
être
I am
libre.
allowed
J'ai le droit
to
d'être
be
libre.
free.
Et là, ça tient.
And
on a
it
fait la pause
holds.
souple, on est monté jusqu'à 10 et ça tient fort et on se dit, waouh, ça
Et
y est.
si souvent,
I
je
have
suis
the
libre,
right
je
to
peux être
be
libre, j'ai le
free.
droit d'être libre.
It
Souvent,
it
ça
opens. It often has
dérange
Il y
quelqu'un.
a
some
quelqu'un, ça
person
dérange, t'as une idée,
that
souvent la personne
is
a une idée,
disturbed
pas la
by
même,
that,
pas
so
les
we
mêmes
can
choses.
find out
Une copine, mais c'est pas que les autres
une
ont
collègue.
conscience.
who
Une
is
collègue,
it
donc on dit,
that
ok,
does
il y a
not
encore des émotions,
allow
ça
us
peut
to
être
have
difficile,
this
il y a
right.
aussi, on continue jusqu'à que ça tient. Et
We
après,
can
on
also
peut se
project
projeter,
ourselves.
on peut se projeter aussi en avant. Par exemple, un spectacle demain, je peux avec
We can
une
also,
idée.
for example, if we have
Le chemin, tu te lèves le matin,
a
ça tient.
concert tomorrow, we
Le
can
voiture, ah, c'est la stress.
do everything, the whole
Je peux faire tout le monde
process,
monte sur scène,
going on scene,
prend la
going
parole,
forward.
je peux
We can do
tester,
all the
tester,
details,
ranger,
and we
jusqu'à
can
ce que ça
anticipate
tourne
it.
les
It can be
détails.
it can be even be the
Ça peut être
exam
un
of
examen,
driving
ça peut
license. It
être
can be a
un mariage.
marriage. It can be a lot of things that we can do before and do every stage,
On peut le tester et ranger.
or taking the
Voilà,
plane.
encore pas
So
le
how it will be.
prendre l'avion,
C'est un beau
par
sujet.
exemple. Ouais, c'est un beau sujet.
Et tout ça
So,
pour, voilà, arriver
with the
à
aim
être
to
au mieux
be
dans cette situation,
at the best in this
avec ce qu'on
situation,
est,
then
avec ces émotions qui sont là, mais qui viennent plus nous perturber